I did confirm that the scale was lying to me. Okay, back to work. I, in fact, have only lost 4 pounds, not 6 pounds. That's the scale. But anyway, things are going good. So this is pretty interesting. We had the house painted, and that color up on the, stop it. That color up there on the ceiling is called haint blue. It's so that wasps don't build nests up there. They think it's like the sky. When wasps and dirt daubers start building their nests up there, it gets really gross. So haint blue is supposed to work. And then we went with a gray and black. It's really pretty. Pretty much nobody watched my last video, which was so weird. It never happened like that before, where I'd go from like, I usually get about 30 views on a video lately because they're not really about anything. But that last one got 7. So that was pretty horrendous. But it's okay. It's keeping a record for me of my life. And even if nobody watches, I mean, isn't all this really for me anyway? One of my sisters is coming to visit. So I'm getting ready to lay down the red carpet for her. I got some new towels for the house. I did some organizing in the garage, and I got my shameful spare room cleaned so that we can make space, have her spend the night. And I'm really excited because my family hasn't come to visit me in a long time, and I'm just happy to show off everything, all the positive changes that have happened in my life. For one thing, I actually make a living as an artist now, in a way. I mean, I have a lot of expenses that go with art, but I'm not losing money anymore anyway. So that's an awesome thing. I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around. So things have been pretty exciting. I decided that in order to rent the space, that the best thing would be if I had an idea of how much income I would have. And I thought, well, what if I started asking people to sponsor my drawings? And I made a sponsorship opportunity for one drawing and said, I'll put you on here. And somebody agreed to it right away. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is a whole thing. Like a Cessna or something flying over. Anyway, let's go sit down over here. So then I started with one concept and shifted, and now I have a board that I make up with people's logos on it, and it's a sponsorship board. I'll show it to you here. It's local people who want to have me draw cartoons, and they want to help me get it done and help me pay my bills while I entertain them. So by asking for a small fee per person, I'm able to cover some of my expenses. And if I get it right, then it'll be about half of my month's rent. And that would be awesome. And then people could actually come visit me and come to my art gallery and maybe, check things out, see my whole portfolio, have some fun, get a coffee, something like that. I'm really excited. Now, I signed the lease documents, but still haven't heard back anything about getting a key. And today the lease was supposed to start. So I'm concerned that it's like not happening. And my partner in crime, the Robin to my Batman, she's actually the Batman. But anyway, she's been in contact with the realtor who's helping us lease this studio space. And she's waiting to hear. So I figured it was better to have like one point of contact between the people. And I just signed the papers that I have to sign. So I'm waiting, and there's just like, I'm nervous and I'm excited, and I'm hoping that the paperwork comes through. The date on it was today, but I think we're gonna have to rewrite the lease for a different day because we didn't get keys today. So it's frustrating but exciting. And this whole world situation right now is a little unsettling, but my heart is with the Ukrainians, and I'm hoping that somehow, somehow they survive this mess, this invasion. It's kind of freaking me out. How are you doing? Are you doing anything different? Because the world seems so weird right now. I thought everything was just going to start to clear up after the whole COVID, thing settled down. But apparently it's just gone because now that there's this other thing. So in these randomly placed videos that I'm throwing in here, you can see that I'm still throwing pottery when I have some time. And also I am teaching myself a new animation software called Animation Pro. Some of my animations are happening in the app called Procreate, which I use with my iPad Pro 12.9 inch. Let's go out with a bang. And that's what I'm using here for these new drawings. So the sponsors get this, that thing that I showed you, the sheet where each of the logos is on there for the sponsors. They get that published, like, for example, I just showed it to you in this video, which doesn't really help them much because my YouTube following isn't really local to me. But I publish those online to Facebook groups, and I publish it to my own Facebook page, which has like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. Or I guess they're followers or friends or whatever. I kind of thought it would be a great way to make sure that I had a continuous source of funding, even if my art didn't sell, so that I could do a cartoon that was not necessarily like a moneymaker, but it would pay my time, so I just wouldn't end up in the hole financially. The sponsorship page that I created is a win-win. I get to advertise their names all month when I post doodles. Local people see their business names, and then they get name recognition and street credit for having been a patron of the arts. I don't always have a direct customer for my animations, but I did get my first animation paid for by Goodwin Dental. Actually, what I mean to say is I got paid for the first time for doing an animation by Goodwin Dental. Yeah, I don't even know what you call that animation. It's not really an advertisement, but it sort of is. It's kind of more like a commercial, really. So let me know what you think about everything that's going on and all that.